How do you know if there is too much storage space in your market? If you want to develop a storage facility, a self-storage facility, how do you run the numbers? How do you find out what the demand is, what the absorption rate is, and how much demand there is in the market for your project? So first and foremost, you need to remember self-storage now is retail. It's a retail business. It has a lot of retail components to it in terms of traffic, in terms of the way the business operates, and the way the customers interact with the business. It's a retail business now. It's no longer a fragmented rural business opportunity. So you need to think about that. You need to think about where's the traffic, where do the people live that are going to use the facility. People want to have the facility close to where they live. They want it well lit. They want to feel safe and secure, and they want it close to their house. So when you're looking at building a self-storage facility, you need to Google your area and find out what the supply in your area is, how many storage facilities are there in your market, within a 1, 3, 5 mile radius of where your property is located that you're thinking of developing. So it'll give you an idea of what the inventory in the market looks like, what they're charging, and you can even call them up and just find out how many units they have available and find out what their occupancy levels look like. Then you want to go to the city, county, municipality, whatever it is, and look at the development pipeline and find out if there's any facilities in the development pipeline and what's coming down the pike. So when you're looking at self-storage in terms of development, you need to do a little bit of market research. You can pay, for these studies, but it's very simple to go online and just kind of check current inventory levels. You can call them, find out what they're charging, what their occupancies look like, if they're running any specials. That'll give you an idea of whether or not they're struggling to fill their units. And then you want to make sure you know where your competition is and what they're doing. And you want to make sure that you have ample traffic, that you're close. Generally, it's the females that are driving by that are, concerned about safety and things like that, and, lighting and all those types of things. So you want a nice, clean, safe, attractive facility that looks very inviting for people when they drive by. That's kind of how a lot of people are finding self-storage these days. They're driving by and seeing it, or they're Googling it. So you got to have a good website, good internet presence, things like that once you're developed and up and running. So remember, it's a retail business now more than ever. It's no longer the rural, self-storage facility. And don't, get fooled thinking that you can compete on price against a location and convenience. We are in a world where people are paying for convenience and they're paying for location. They will pay a premium to be a lot closer to their house in a newer facility that's well lit, safe, and secure, versus something that's even half price that's 10, 15, 20-minute drive and may not be that safe feeling to them if it's out in like a rural or an industrial type location. So keep those things in mind when you're thinking about developing a self-storage facility. In the next video, we will talk about what to look for when you're buying an existing facility.